Hi guys, this is Mr. Vetter here, and I'm going to set you guys up to do some character development. This is the first part of developing a story, and a really important part too. Got a couple quotes here. It says, when writing a novel, writers should create living people, not characters. A character is a caricature, and that was by Ernest Hemingway. Josh Weldon says, you take people, you put them on a journey, you give them peril, you find out who they really are. And I guess the point here is that your characters really matter. The characters are who people will fall in love with or hate or really get to know. All the other things are just being done to the characters. So the characters drive your story, and you need to really develop some deep 3D characters so that people can connect. And you really get to be pretty creative with it. So you think, who are you going to create? Characterization. You're going to think about a number of different things as you fill out the sheet today, and it's really just an idea for you to have a deep understanding of this completely made up person that you're creating. A person who's going to be deeply involved in your story. They're going to drive the plot and the conflict. They're going to react with almost everybody that you create, and it's highly important that you just know this person inside and out. Whether you use the details in your story or not, you should know this information about your made up character. So first off, on the sheet will be looks. You get to look at a lot of different things, and you get to say like, hey, what color hair do they have? What color eyes do they have? What height are they? What kind of things are they physically fit? What do you want to do with this character? It's completely up to you. How would they dress? Are they wearing earrings? Do they have tattoos? Whatever it is you want to do, you get to create for this character. And there's some guiding questions for it, and you can, of course, always create more. You also have to think, what kind of background or past do they have? Who is this character? You might be starting this character's journey when they're 25 years old, 13 years old, 45 years old, however old you want them to be, and you need to think, where have they come from? Some of these details are important as you create your stories, because it's going to change how they think, it's going to change how they act, and you really got to think about that. So think about, who are they? What details do you want to have? And you'll add that in there too. Personality, of course, is key. There's so many different character traits, personality traits that a character can have, and you get to create it. Who do you want your character to be, right? You just think about that, and how do you want them to treat people? How do you want them to respond in tough situations with conflict? How do you want them to be with other people who are older than them, who are younger than them, who are their peers? Who do they have trouble with? Who are they connected to? All these different things. You get to figure out who makes this person what they are. Movement. Yep. Thinking about people and how they move through the world. Everyone is completely different. Are they fast? Are they jumping around all the time? Are they kind of slow? You see people in school walking at different paces, moving in different ways. When they're in the classroom, they have their head down or they have their head up and they're alert. How do you want this character to be responding? And try to get a full development of this character. There's guiding questions for you. Voice. You think, who is this person? How do they talk? How do they sound? And this is, of course, going to change how people react to them. And you can add different elements to your story based off of how somebody sounds, what kind of things they say, how people talk about them. And you just got to think, you get to develop it. Who are they? You are the artist. And finally, after you develop this character, you're going to put them in the hot seat. You're going to figure out every angle to this character. You're going to give him or her depth. You're going to give him or her great personality in how they would answer these questions, and originality. Try to be creative, create a character that you'd want to see in a book, in a story, and run with it. All right. Overall, you are the artist, and there are no limits. Make good art. Have fun with it, and reach out to your teacher if you need help.